Today, I'm going to answer more questions from r/personal finance. Hi, I'm Alan. I'm a 26-year-old angel investor and solopreneur from Romania, and I've been learning about personal finance for the past 10 years, ever since I was 16. Where to invest 100 euros so I can make decent profit? Hello guys, I'm writing because I want some advice. So basically there is 100 euros and I want to invest in crypto or stocks and try to make more money out of it. Does somebody have suggestions for what platform I should use and where to invest? What you need to know is that with 100 euros, you can make decent profit. In order to invest, you need to invest more money consistently. If it was 100 euros each month, then that's a different situation. Even if you found a place where you could invest it and get 10% consistently per year, that's still 10 euros each year. And it's not that much money. Instead, you should treat this as a learning budget. I'm not saying to go and waste it, but instead use it to try out stuff. For example, buying stocks, it's an option. Or buying crypto if you want to get into that, but I don't recommend it. Just use it as a way to learn how you could invest with even more money. Or even better, buy a book or a course that's actually relevant in order to learn a new skill from which you could profit endlessly. I'm about to pay off my first loan, 12 months. What should I do moving forward? I don't have much to work with, but I've paid off my first loan that I used to establish credit. I didn't miss any payments for the whole 12 months, and my credit score went from non-existent, I think, to 643. That's good. What should I do moving forward? I don't really want to take out another loan as the payments are $100 a month and I could really use the money as right now I have zero in savings. I was thinking of applying for my first credit card and using that instead of cash for my expenses, then paying it off same month to avoid the interest and build credit. Should I do one or both or what? How long after making my last payment on my loan do I have before I need to open another credit line? So getting a credit card is the right next step if you don't already have one and you want to work towards building your credit score. But check your contract and make sure that you pay your balance in full before your due date. So treat it like cash and don't go over what you can afford. For the second point, instead of opening a new credit line, focus on growing your savings since you have zero at the moment. Thoughts on leasing vehicles as a luxury expense. I'd love some thoughts on this. To clarify, I'm not looking for anyone to confirm my thinking or talk me out of it. I'm just curious how others would approach this. I won't read the rest of the post, but it's here if you want it. Instead, I will give my thoughts exactly on this topic from my perspective. So I'm currently not as interested in cars, because I like the luxury sport ones. But at the moment, I know that I can't afford them. So instead, I put it off until I will have enough money to sustain such a hobby. In the case that I had enough money, I would do two things. First of all, for my personal collection, I would buy them outright, but only those that are part of a collection, so not driving them. And for the ones that I would use on a daily basis to drive around, I would lease 100% of the time. I would also probably want a new vehicle every few years to drive around in. And for that, it's not worth it to buy it outright. Instead, I would lease it and then just change it a couple of years down the road. RSUs about to vest and I don't know what to do. Hi all, the vesting date of my RSUs is about to hit this week and assuming price holds the next few days, it looks like it'll be valued at 5 figures. I'm not sure what to do with this. Do I sell it immediately or is it better to hold on to some portion of it? Already maxing out retirement, paid off credit cards monthly, no outstanding debt. First of all, for anyone that's not familiar with stock options, RSUs are restricted stock units that you get when your employer offers you shares as part of your compensation package. Now, whether you should hold on to a portion of them or sell them all off immediately depends if you believe in the company that you work for. If you believe that the company can grow in the next few years significantly, maybe hold on to a portion. If not, sell them all off. But in both cases, use a part of the money to diversify into other stuff. It's never a good idea to have all of your eggs in one basket. Just turned 18, what should I do? Turned 18 a few weeks ago and wondering what my next step should be. Is investing now the right thing to do? Or is saving money the better option? What types of credit cards should I look for? What other things can I do to make sure I succeed financially? First of all, you've already succeeded by taking the first step, which is to be interested in what you need to do in order to reach that success. I think at the moment, the two priorities that you need to have, which I've also applied in my case when I was 18, was to first make sure that you have an income source, and if you already have one, to see how you can increase it. And for the second point is to have a budget. Do your own research and check what are the highest paying skills that you can get, whether you're working for someone else or for yourself. I suggest that you look into tech skills or sales, but it's up to you. And depending on your current expenses, whether you're living with your parents or not, you need to make sure that you have them in check using a budget. Write down all of your needs and the expenses associated with each one on a monthly basis and check whether you can cut some of them off or at least try to not increase them as you earn more money. Lifestyle inflation is a real problem and you need to take action to ensure that you're not falling for this trap. Can the average person build real wealth without using debt or leverage? I'm not talking about a couple million in a 401k by the age of 65. I'm talking about people who want to retire early, reach work optional status, and escape the rat race, acquire assets and have multiple income streams, change their family tree, etc. To be honest, not really, because it requires a lot of effort that the average person won't be willing to put in. This is similar to the goals that I've been working on for a while, and I can only say now, after 5 years, that I've made some significant progress towards getting past the starting point. Most people will give up along the way, but for those of us that don't, the chances are there for us to take them. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to check others from my channel and make sure to subscribe if you want to see even more amazing content that's yet to come out.